Hello, this is episode number 72 of the Silverfox Hustle podcast, and I'm Shasi, your host. We are out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. We are everywhere, and don't forget to share the love because this podcast is all about giving. And today we've got a very inspirational episode, I've got to tell you. And so please do follow, click on the subscribe button. Now, we've got two guests in the show. The first one is Singapore's favorite footballing son. I don't have to do any more intro because everybody knows from that intro, but he is one of Southeast Asia's best ever players, and I'm not bragging here or whatever, but he is one of the best ever. And we strip away all the trophies, the accolades, the medals and what have you. He is one of the nicest person you'll ever meet, trust me. And we've got a book out on him, Fandi, Honor and Sacrifice, and today with him we've got the author of the book in the house as well. Welcome to the Silverfox Hustle podcast, my man Mr. Fandi Ahmad.
Thank you, Shasi, thank you.
And Durga Poonambalam.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Durga, I got to ask you first.
Okay.
How has the book been, the response been?
The response has been really fantastic.
Yep.
Everyone has been very encouraging and excited to read about Fandi's story. We have, received feedback both on social media, in person. Like recently we did a meet and greet at Popular at Next, and the response, the support was really amazing. A lot of people came out to get their book and have Fandi sign their book. But I think the best part of it is that a lot of people have shared that, wow, I get to learn more about Fandi now. We've always known him as Singapore's footballing son, but now I get to see the different roles that he's played throughout his life.
You're right, because I bought this book on Saturday morning, finished it on Sunday night, and I got to tell you what captured me the most about it is things that I don't even know, because we know each other from before, but not personally or whatever. But the things that were in the book, it was like, it just amazed me, and we'll go through a couple of things like that. How about you, Fandi? How have you been?
I'm good. Been very busy, with the book, with Durga, promoting it. And also, 2 weeks ago, we were at Admiralty, meeting the community and all. It was fun.
Right.
And people want to know more about the story, about my life, that's very important.
Nice.
And we shared, and I think all of them are very, very happy, and I hope that I can reach out more to the community, talking to them, giving inspirational talk, motivate, especially for the younger generation and the kids.
Yep. I read this book, and what captured me most about the stuff in here, and I gotta tell you, this book, when I read it, it epitomizes what this podcast is all about. Okay, it's about the hustle, it's about inspiring people, it's about the hard work, it's about the dedication, like you said, the determination, and of course, the rejections and the failures as well. I think that is the best part about this book as well. And I gotta say, congratulations, Durga. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you very much. All thanks to Fandi.
I want to say this, right? Durga,
Yes.
I think we know the story.
Yes.
And your husband asked you who you wanted to write about. And let's repeat this a little bit, because I'm asking as well, right? It could have been anyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your answer was Fandi. Tell us all why Fandi.
Because, it's very simple. Next to, I like I've shared, football brings people to the stadium, but Fandi brought an entire nation together. And I think, which I've shared with others as well, next to our founding father, which is Lee Kuan Yew, the only other person I believe is actually Fandi.
Wow,
and
Fandi.
I say that really, I
I'm just
actually
behind the
believe, I really believe
You're
that.
under pressure now.
I really believe that. And I think it's not easy to rally a nation. I mean, politicians have the ability to do it, but athletes do as well. But I think Fandi really has, and it's been 4 decades. He's been, and to keep that.
Are you trying to say he's old?
60
I'm going to you.
60 is the new 30.
right.
So, and I think the most important thing for me growing up as well as, and I think a lot of people would agree, is that he gave us a sense of belonging. Anytime you think about local football, you think Fandi.
True.
And there's no, it's synonymous with local football. You can't escape that.
Yeah.
So, that's the reason why. I mean, there are many others.
Yeah.
But to me, that
Brilliant.
was,
And again, there's two things that captured my attention in this book, right? Number one is the positivity part. right? There's always something positive to take out from it, and you talked about it in the book, right? A lot.
Yes.
And again, like I have to tell you this: go buy this book, people, because this podcast is not a substitute for the book, right? Go get it, because we're going to talk a little bit about the podcast, but go and get the book. One is positivity and humility,
Yeah.
right? And throughout the times that I know you, that is the first thing. It's not about the medals and all. It's that thing. Has it been with you all this while, and why?
Yes, I was taught that way, to be humble all the time from my dad,
Right.
know. And I think beside me, my dad is well respected. Even though he wasn't a really great player, he's not a superstar, but he always respect people, and people respect him because what he is, and he's amazing because he inspired the kids in my kampong area. He always bring the kids together, the people together to exercise, and he motivate them. So I see in a way like he's the one who started me with football and encouraged me. But if you really want to play football, you must have these 3Ds and you must sacrifice. During his time, he got nothing. In our time, in those days, in the 50s, 60s, maybe wasn't that much of football. Our time a bit better, but now is of course it's great. Yeah.
The humble don't stumble, right?
Yeah.
That's a great line, man. That's a great line, right? I have to tell you this story as well about this humility part, right? 97,
Yep.
SAF FC.
SAF Warriors. Yeah.
I was a young boy in the NS, in the reserve league, and that was the first year in SAF, and you were there. And he didn't need to do this, right? He didn't need to do this. We were going back, and I think he was going back in the same area or whatever. He gave me a lift in his car, and I was like, and do you remember the silver Mercedes?
Yes.
With the 17, the 17,
yes, I remember,
and he gave me a lift back home when I was staying in Bukit Timah, and I was like, Fandi Ahmad giving me a drive, So it's those kind of memories that really struck me, and that's great. 3Ds, you spoke about that just now. 3D and the S,
sacrifice,
right?
Yeah.
Tell us what these 3Ds are and the S.
Yeah. Okay, many years ago when I was young, sometimes when they started what you call that, Milo school.
Yes.
So I was with my dad and all, and then my school in that zone, Yio Chu Kang, was always a champion. Always a champion, and our teachers, I think Cikgu Rahim or what, teacher Rahim, sent us 9 of our players for selection. I think it was in Farrer Park long time ago.
Right.
So 7 of our players got selected, except me and another friend. We both cried because we were dejected, because even my fellow teammates and all asking, hey, how come we all got selected? You are the best player we have. But for me, life is like that. So I just very sad. And then I went back and I spoke to my father and about this. And my father said, "No, it's okay. You have to try. This is a failure, but maybe it's good for you to learn more. It's not about your game. It's about your humility and your work, hard work. He wants me to try to dedicate your discipline. You got discipline, practice more, determine, and achieve that goal. So slowly, and then he always put this. When I was young, I don't know much about football, so he just put about 5 yards of 2 slippers, and another 5 yards there. So he asked me to aim, technique. This is a technique, practice every day until you perfect, left and right, left, right. And then when you get better, he moved the slippers away. So that's how I get my feel for the target. So slowly, he said, determine and practice perfectly, correctly, not just practice anyhow.
True.
So that's where I got it. I was determined to make sure that I get a perfect strike on the ball. You see, so that's very important. Slowly,
Durga, this 3D and the S's, right? And throughout the time that you've been working with him, how many years roughly?
I've known Fandi for about 6 years
6
now.
years,
The
and-
book itself took about 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
During that 4 years, right? Has he, shown all this the time with you, all this time? What are the kind of things that he done that showed you?
I would say the commitment to the book, because he is Fandi Ahmad, so he can just be like, okay, my story, I've told you, but the commitment, whenever I ask Fandi, do you have time for another interview or another story, or to clarify something, the numerous edits, thousands of times of edits.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so and he's never said, he's always given the time, because it's I think Fandi has this natural ability to want to help others.
Right.
And,
it's a good point because he's always he will say something and then he will still get back to you. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes,
because he's busy.
100%, yeah.
He's busy, right?
Yes.
But then he'll message and say, okay, sorry, I'll get back to you. And then it could be like 1 day or 2 days, but he'll still get back to you. You know,
that's right. Yeah,
and
100%.
that's great. That's great. Fandi, I want to ask you this, right?
Yeah.
You are gifted, footballing wise. Firstly, do you agree or not?
I'm not sure, but now I agree.
okay. You okay. Let's say.
No, actually, I know that I'm gifted in certain ways. Not
Okay.
complete footballer, but I'm
Right,
gifted.
of course.
Yeah.
But you're gifted in a
Yes.
way, right? Now, I
Yeah.
want to ask you this, right? If you were not gifted,
Yeah.
a normal average footballer
Yeah.
like me and
Yeah.
people on the streets, right?
Yeah.
With all the 3Ds and
Yeah.
the S,
Yes.
the 3D and the S,
Yeah.
would you have reached those great heights?
I'm not sure, but I know because of my character, my
Yeah.
attributes, my discipline,
Right.
I think I will get somewhere. But I don't know how far it goes because in our days we never thought of professional football.
Right.
I told my father when I was 9 I want to be
Yeah.
a footballer,
Yeah.
not a professional footballer because those days,
Right.
those days was only amateur football. I just was amazed by how these people get into the national team, and I wanted to follow my father's footsteps, become a national footballer like my uncle. So,
Yep.
so I was very determined, to represent Singapore one day, and I've told many times during SEAP Games, Southeast Asia Peninsula Games in 1973, where all SNOC sent tickets to all the school where we can
True.
buy,
Yeah.
and then they have the season pass. So 6-7 of us bought the ticket and sat behind the goal, and Singapore was playing, and we were talking, and then we were talking about how these players become national players. So got one brother there say, hey, first you have to play for your school, you get selected, and then the youth team that comes in, and then slowly we get better, and then you go to national team. So slowly, so that I was very determined that I want to play for national, and because of the red jacket, and that's always my dream.
The blazer, right? The red
Yeah,
blazer,
yeah,
right? Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wondered about this, about the being
You know
gifted
why?
part and
What you said was true because when I was young, I can do a lot of things that a lot of people can't do.
okay.
And even the bigger boys who are 4-5 years older,
Right.
whenever we have a kampong game
Yep,
on the street. If you see the
Yes.
the photo
Yes,
there,
yes,
the
yes.
illustration, field, and then the road here. The bigger boys, even my cousin, I have 3 cousins. Well, if one of them is older and the other guy, they are older, and they will have select. So every time he wants to select, he miss me. He's very angry. My cousin is Rahman. He's now 6 years older than me. So every time I want somebody took you already because they see that something in me. So that's why it give me so much confidence. Hey, they want me. Why? That means I feel I'm good enough to play with the bigger boys.
Right. That's a good point as well. You spoke about that the street football part, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, how do Singapore recover from this?
Wow.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
No void deck football.
Correct.
There is, even nowadays, even if you go to the basketball courts, right, you cannot play.
Yes.
They say you can't play. You have to play in the designated futsal court or whatever, right?
Yeah.
How do we recover from this, Wendy? It's a very difficult question.
Recently, we started again.
Yeah.
The 4v4
Right, the
Fandi rules.
Fandi
That
rules.
was very, very fantastic tournament, and I hope they continues whether using Fandi's name or not. I'm not sure, but because it's important, unite everybody in the island, and we have I think 5 zone that play. North, east, south, west is. North, east, south, west, central and all.
Right.
So all the players come out to play, especially the younger ones, the 10 and the 12 years old. It's good for the 10 years old because after 2.5 years, I think they never play any game, only indoor. So I think I can see the support from the parent is so amazing because they came and they cheer for their kids, and the minister was there and participate, we play, we enjoy. Our time, anywhere we play, right? Even school basketball.
Yes. I used to play in the basketball court almost every day, right? And there was one funny story as well. You talked about the playing on the road, and then you had to stop when the cars
true.
go past, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a funny story.
That's our rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Durga, in your time that you worked with Fandi, right, and when we go to the part where he spoke about the rejections and stuff, and he faced many. In the time that you were with him, writing the book, doing editing and stuff like that, right? How did you feel writing about? Did you feel the pain as well? In certain parts of the book, we will go through a little bit later.
Yeah.
It's like I'm caught, wow. How do
Yes.
you know?
Wow. It was actually difficult to hear.
Right.
Yeah, it was difficult
Right.
to hear, but it was also amazing to hear how he overcame these challenges, and I think that was the important thing to share, because we know Fandi footballer,
Yeah.
we see him in the media all the time, but it was amazing, and I felt truly privileged to be able to hear this, because you don't see what happens behind the scenes. And to
Yes.
become Fandi Ahmad, I realized that it was a long road.
And people think, right, on the outside, they don't know you, right? They don't know you. They think it's a breeze. Everything is a breeze, because you're smiling
Same,
always.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
always a breeze. Everything comes easily to you. But there were rejections. Milo trials.
Yeah.
Yeah, your first school game for Yio Chu Kang.
Yeah.
You didn't play
Yeah.
well, I understand.
Yeah.
And how do you face these rejections? Because page 67 says a rejection does not imply weakness in someone's ability or mind, but a hurdle to get over. So if you see a rejection, you don't take that as a failure,
Failure.
but you want to...
Improve it.
How do you, it's a mind state.
I always speak to my father when I,
Right.
don't play well, and he always advise. I think he's a good advisor to me. He's my father.
Right,
So
right.
slowly, but it's all, you must have it in you. I think I have that confidence. I know I can be better. I always telling myself, even when I'm playing football, trust me, I always talk to myself. You know how I push the defense.
Right.
So when the ball coming and you are in front of me, so I just need one push a bit on it, nudge a bit, then I can control, because I know my ability. My
Yes.
technical ability is so important
Yes.
that I'm confident that I've told many friends also, 90 minutes, 80 minutes, they mark me out. I just need 10 minutes of one-time brilliance.
Right.
So I want to send these spectators go wild,
Right.
because I always promise myself, when I go to the stadium, I want to entertain.
True.
So this is why I'm so confident, and I have visualization.
Yes.
Every time before game, I talk to myself. I where the goal is. I don't need to look. I have that feeling. But important, you must have good technique, because that will set you up. The first touch is important, and I just nudge, I chest, boom. So I have that confidence in me, and I'm not afraid of failure. I will try it, because I'm very persistent. Any game, that's why Malik always say, this one, anything game he want to win.
Right.
That is a mentality and a character. If you don't have it, very difficult. Yeah.
Excellent. You spoke about your father just now.
Yeah.
And in the book, there was this part about, the relationship that you had with him. How big was he in your life and your career as well? How big is that?
Very big. Only one disappointment, I will tell you later.
Okay.
So when he was still playing at 30 plus, nearly 40, he's still playing.
Okay.
He's a goalkeeper. He's not the tallest,
Okay.
but I was amazed by his diving and his jumping. So every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, he will call the boys. He will do the weights,
Right.
weight training and skipping.
Right.
And he jump. And he used to play for Fatul Kharib with the great Majid Arif
Yes,
and all that. So when they warming up, I see the ceiling. He can jump
Wow.
quite close, so high. He got that power,
Right.
very explosive. And he's a sprinter. He play all sports. He play hockey. He
Okay.
play football. He
Okay.
play rugby sometimes.
Yeah.
But until he injured his
Yeah.
knee, they asked him to become goalkeeper. I was wondering when I was older, how my father become goalkeeper.
Right.
So the biggest disappointment for me, I usually carry his boots to the game training at Farrer Park, sitting down. But because once in, I think 60s or 70s,
Yeah.
I was very young,
Yeah.
7, 8 years old,
Right.
and England came down to Singapore.
Yeah.
Singapore versus England. I wanted badly to watch, because England was, we only can watch TV once in a while, black
Yeah.
and white. Sometimes we go
True.
no TV, we see on the paper this all. So we just see all the scores and all. So I wanted to see, to watch the game.
Yeah.
My father said, cannot. Because it was a heavy rain, that downpour, heavy downpour.
Right,
So
okay.
you cannot go, later you get sick. So I
Right,
was
right.
disappointed. So he left, he played, and then we don't know, no live telecast.
Yes.
So I was come back, then he came back. Wow. I played first half. What happened? No, because the friendly game we changed. How many? What's the score? 9-0. I told you. 9-0. I remember he said, disappointment is I couldn't watch. But the score doesn't matter. But at least you play against England,
Right,
So, yeah.
Oh, that's a story. That's a funny story, man. Yeah, and disappointment as well of not going to watch him play as well against.
Yeah.
Nice. You were growing up, you were playing for everywhere. Okay.
Everywhere.
Kaki Bukit, Serangoon Garden Sec, Lion City Cup teams, Singapore Malays.
Yeah.
Did you imagine at that time, right?
Mhm.
At that time, did you imagine that I'm going to get there? That I'm going to be probably one of the best players ever? At that time?
Seriously, I never
No?
imagined. I just want to play football.
Yeah.
But the thing is that something happened in our family that could be the spark to
Right.
my
Right.
new adventure
Right.
of football.
Right.
So when my family and my parents separated,
Yes.
I was asked to stay choose to. So I stayed with my father, and my youngest brother stayed with my mother. Myself and my sister followed my father.
Yeah.
We moved to Kaki Bukit,
Right.
and Upper Jalan Yunus, that area, Kampung area also. And I was 12. After that, I was 13. I moved there when I was nearly 12 during PSLE.
Yep.
So the next year, I went to the Sec 1. So in that kampung, we always play. So this player, I didn't know him that time. We just met, and then his his brother was playing for Singapore,
Yep.
Reza Naim. So he said, Fandi, there's a selection. I was 13. And then there's under 16 in this area. A lot of teams, kampung teams, so many.
Yep.
In the community, they organize.
Right.
Say, you want to play? I say, how can I play? I only 13. Play 16. Can? They say, can. Okay. You say, can I play? So he bring me and
Right,
play.
right.
They get the selection, and then got selected. Then I play for Kaki Bukit CC with him together, and that was my first championship. Actually,
Right.
got medal. That was it's all that.
It probably gave you the confidence as well.
Yes.
To go ahead and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And you spoke about this separation part. Guys, go and get the book, right? Go and get the book, because there's this part about the part where he was so sad. Fandi was so sad, right?
Yes.
And that part was like, to me, right, you gave me goosebumps as well, no, reading it, right? Durga, you had the pleasure of meeting his mom.
Yes, I did.
You all
I
went
did.
to,
Yes,
to
the
the house and
Yeah.
all, right? How was that experience like?
It was wonderful.
Yeah?
Auntie's a really sweet person.
Right.
But of course, we had I understand Malay, but I
Oh,
can't
yep.
speak it very well.
Yep.
So Fandi
Okay.
was kind enough to do
Okay.
a bit of translation. But she spoke so fondly and
Yeah.
lovingly of Fandi. And
Nice.
she said that this. And she shared some of the stories which are in the book as well. How she felt when she
Yeah.
hear fans overseas, even threatening her son's life after a loss. Or, she shared all this, and she's been there for like every
Right.
game,
Right,
never
right.
missed one. And you truly can see that that affection between the two of them. So it was very nice to see it.
Yeah, and again, for those of you who are listening in and to watching this as well, go get the book, because there are things that you spoke about your
Yeah.
mom and your dad was very, very nice, and and the pain that you felt
Yeah.
while reading it, I could feel it.
I always cry at night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read that part as well. Now we fast forward a little bit, right?
Yeah.
1980 Malaysia Cup final.
Yeah.
Almost everyone knows you as a striker, but that was probably the first time you played as a striker, right?
I was a midfielder all my life until 79, last match of
Yeah.
the SEA Games. We play Burma.
Okay.
Okay,
Which is Myanmar now.
Because that SEA Games, I think Dola didn't go, Kim Song didn't go, and Matno didn't. Only that when was Arshad, Ahmad Sayuti, and
Right.
Wong Kok Choi.
Yep.
Yeah. So they were the 3 or 4 strikers. But I was playing midfield most times.
Yep,
And
yep,
I was, Lion City, I was a central number 6. I sit and
Okay,
control,
okay.
but then I play attacking. So Jita came to me, Fandi, can you play striker? You want me to play striker? I can play striker. I just,
But
So-
have you played?
Never.
Ever,
That
right?
was
Okay.
my first one.
Yes,
But,
yes.
never. Because most times I play midfield. Even school, I play
Right.
in as a midfielder. So, I can't remember whether it was Edmund or Chuping. Their drop kick is solid. Chuping,
yeah.
all. Long ball. And then I came up, nearly 3/4 pitch. I came up so high, and I knocked down to Ashad Khamis. About 30 meters, 40 meters, 35 meters. He volleyed the ball top corner, So we won that game 2-0 or
Yeah,
2-1.
yeah.
And then that was, I think, the first time we beat Burma.
Yeah.
I think we never beat Burma
Yeah, yeah.
when Burma was Burma, not Myanmar.
Yes,
So
yes.
that was very strong team we beat, and
Right.
we were shocked. And then everybody was happy. Ashad hugged me, and he passed away anyway. He's a very good friend. And Jita said, Fandi, you play midfield or striker? No, midfield lah. So Malaysia Cup started, also I play midfield most times. After that, halfway, he said, you better play striker, we don't have enough. I said, okay, no problem.
And you say no problem. There was no problem at all. Absolutely no problem at all. Brilliant. Durga, I want to ask you this, right? Does Fandi say no to anyone? It seems like he doesn't.
He doesn't. He's just he doesn't.
It's true. I try to help people, and the request, I don't like to turn it down. Like, I feel that I'm so important to them, maybe, That is why, because I learned this lesson from Maradona. He turned away us, our team, when we were playing for the Selangor. And then that's why I say I cannot be like that. If I'm good enough, people respect me, I must help them. So mentality, and since young, I like to help. Even at home. Even.
This was the next question I wanted to ask. Tell us the story about why you don't say no to signatures and autographs, and that was the Maradona story.
Yes.
He was playing for Boca.
Yes.
And they had a friendly.
We had a friendly. I was invited. Myself and Pia Pong from Thailand was invited to play with Arwah Mukhtar Hari. So 3 of us play front line for Selangor. So there was a bet between the Selangor official and the Boca Juniors management. They say, if you beat us, we will bring you to Argentina to play. Buenos Aires. I said, wow. Good. By that time I was in Miami. I don't know whether I can travel. So after, I'm not sure whether we're leading or I knew it was corner. I jumped so high and then I hit it 1-1 or 1-0. I can't remember. But in the end, he scored the last goal.
He scored?
He scored the last goal. But what was disappointment for us was, all of us, we all love him, because I was watching when he was growing. He was 3 years older. And he won the World Youth in Tokyo. Then he was 19.
Wow.
I think so, yeah. You watch and how he wear the boots and tie the shoelace and all. Then we admire, and then when we met him, we asked him for... We share the same hotel, we lunch together, just separate a bit.
Right.
We asked for autograph, he said no. Then he just
said no?
I said no. Photo, no. We very sad, down. That's where I learn a lot, I learn a lot from these people. There's good things to learn, but you have to... This is another rejection, right? All of us, even Pia Pong, even some of our Selangor players, it was a bit far.
Yeah, but that's a brilliant story. You talk about Maradona, probably the best, in the world and whatever, ever, right? And then, you listen to such things, right? There are flaws and, and you said something about, although you don't say no because you are important to certain people, and that's actually right? You could be important in the the smallest of forms, and you don't want to...
Today, last night I was asleep, then I woke up, I saw one text. You know who is it? Rafi Ali.
Okay.
Say Fandi. So I was tired, he said Fandi, I said, what Fandi? So this morning, I text back, Rafi, yes, can I help you? Yes, I need a favor from you. Somebody is actually going to go soon.
Okay.
And his dream is to at least meet me or speak to me. So I said, Rafi, you arrange today. I'm very busy, but you give my number, ask them to call me, I will try to speak. So hopefully I have a chance, but I don't know. So until today, I'm still waiting for Rafi. So I don't know. It's my character since young, and from my father as well.
I don't have anything to say about that already, because that speaks volumes of the person that you are. Johan Cruyff.
Oh, great.
How is he as a person?
He's my mentor, my motivator, inspiration to me all the time. I was surprised at that level. He's one of the best in Europe, in the world, And I used to wear his number, 14. Amazing. When I was doing the trial, the first day until the last day, he always remind me, hey, he called me Brownie. You want to know, He called me Brownie. He never called my name. So he said, you have good talent. You must stay here. Even though now you're going back, you must make sure you come back. So for the 3 years, I got a contract. So one of the game we play in the tournament, and also one little friendly game in Holland. We played in Germany quadrangular. So I got a penalty. So I quickly walk away. I scared because I respect them. So I didn't want to take. But here we can take. But then I was walking. Hey Brownie, take it. Be confident. Oh, I say please. I don't want to. I scared. I miss. Kena away. So I scored. I say, oh, thank God.
Right.
Next time, you must have faith and confidence in your ability.
Nice.
Take it. So it was good.
Right.
And I really admire him and I adore him because for the last 25 years, 25 years, I was in Johor.
Yeah.
I've never seen him again after that. Then when he came to Johor about 10 years ago to start the educational thing in Johor, and he saw me. I was with the kids, with the prince, everybody, the king was there. Then he saw me and he shouted, in front of everybody. They don't care. Hey, Brownie! Straight away he came to me and then he hugged me in front of everybody and they said,
He remembers you, man.
Then he said, how these people, how can this Fandi know all this? I was surprised and I'm very happy, Amazing.
And you know what's the amazing part, right? That first part, the trials, right?
Yeah.
You played with people like Van Basten,
Yes.
Rijkaard,
Yes.
Jesper Olsen,
Yes.
Vandenberg.
Yes. My roommate Molby as well.
Wow.
And they just came. Molby just came. Van Basten just promoted to the first team.
Right.
And then Jesper also was there. And he moved to United. Yes.
And a few years after that, in 88, they won the Euros.
Yes.
With almost the
then I
same
was
team.
oh my God. I was watching the final.
Right.
I could have been there. But that's life. I never regret that, but that's life.
Wow, it's something for the storybook and whatever, right?
Yeah, it's a big miss, But what to do? Life is like that. You cannot get everything.
Who was the best in your mind of those Dutch players? That group, the Rijkaards and whatever. Who was?
Okay, I don't say about Cruyff. Cruyff is
Yes,
amazing.
of
I will
course.
tell you about him. Okay, the skillful player is Vandenberg.
Vandenberg. He's the shot.
He can dance on this table, smaller table. He can dance with the ball.
Really?
I tell you, and he's my roommate every time.
Right.
He teach me all the tricks and he's amazing. He's very skillful. But the one, all different kind of players, but he's technically solid.
Right.
Very good. But
Brilliant.
Jesper is very fast, a winger. Molby is calm, but he's controlling the midfield. But Van Basten is different level.
Yeah?
But that time he was young.
Right,
He
right.
a bit not sharp.
Yes.
But when he moved to Milan, you see the difference. He just turned boom goal. So wow, amazing. But Cruyff, I've never seen any player.
Okay.
You can play with your right foot outside of the foot pass. You can. Surya can do very good with the left.
Yes.
He can do left and right. I like that. Oh my God. Once we played in a friendly game, he just shoot with outside of the foot, just outside the ball. He just step. I saw like just stepping the ball like that. Pam! And then pam, his passes. We want to change, right? He doesn't.
Right.
Left, pam, pam. Then
It's a weapon, huh?
Yeah, it's a weapon. And no steps, huh? Wow. And then I talked to him and said, how you manage this? What kind of training? Every day, you must train correctly with your ankle. You must be strong. You exercise your ankle. But this is my weapon. No step. One strike, pam, passes go. And then he's famous for the Cruyff turn. You saw the World Cup when he turned, and everybody follows. So until today, we're still learning about the Cruyff.
Durga, sorry we are boring you with all
No,
this
not at all.
It's like,
Not at all.
Fandi, I want to say this, right? People have asked you many times.
Yeah.
I will ask you again.
Yeah.
But it's something about the Ajax thing,
Okay.
right? Because you said things happen for a reason, for whatever reason.
Yes.
Things will happen
True.
for a reason, and you believe in that. I believe in that as well, and no point in turning back and having regrets and all
Yeah,
that.
no.
But is that rejection of Ajax when you chose the Indonesian team your biggest regret now, thinking back?
If I were to say regret, I don't think so, because I know life is very short. Life is very good and bad. There's good and bad.
Yep.
So if I had stayed in Ajax, I will not be the same person. This
Of
is
course.
what I believe, because in that time
Right.
in Amsterdam, I could be a good person also. I don't know, but in that time, Amsterdam was the best in Europe.
Okay.
entertainment wise.
Yes. On and off the field.
Yes. So I might not be,
Okay,
you know.
okay.
So in that sense, I see, but knowing me, maybe I could be better with saying that I don't know, because I will improve, but I won't be the same and signing autograph here and there.
Maybe, right? We don't know,
that's
right?
why we don't know. But for me, it's fated.
Right.
For me, I take it as it was fated. I had an opportunity, but God is so great. He said, you don't go to Ajax, but you go Indonesia. But after that, the Indonesian government banned foreign players. Sorry.
Okay.
Then opportunity arises again, and I thought,
Yes.
I hope I have a chance
Right.
to go to Ajax. But then I realized it was Groningen.
Groningen.
Maybe that's why I become better person, maybe in Groningen than in Ajax. I always think that way.
Right.
Because, you know, football is the same,
Yeah.
and we play against them, and also, so, I mean, you can't say it. It's fated. For
You
me.
see, that's the positivity part, right?
Yes.
You make the positive out of a
Yes.
so-called negative.
Yes.
You know, you
Yeah.
think it in a different way. Nice. Durga, you guys went up. You guys went up
yeah.
to Groningen, right?
Yes, we did.
And
Yes,
what was the experience like? Because I hear he is still famous there.
Yes, he is. He
Wow.
is. So when we went up there, we met with all the former
Yes,
teammates who are featured in the book as well. But the most interesting experience for me was when we were taking some touristy pictures.
Yep.
This random guy on the bicycle cycles past and just, hey, hi Fandi,
Right.
nice to have you back. And this is just some random person going past, and that was amazing. Then I realized like the influence and impact Fandi had made there.
Yes,
As a-
it's remarkable as well, and maybe because your face never changed. You never age, right? You don't age. You don't seem.
Yeah.
How old are you? 60. You don't seem to age, but a remarkable career there, right, Groningen, and a wonderful experience as well. And for those of you who are watching and listening, please go and buy the book, go read it, because there's loads of pictures, very nice pictures, and read about the story in Groningen, because we don't have much time here. We're gonna skip a little bit of the stuff that we want to talk about. You didn't have a good start there with injuries and stuff like that. But when you came back, you scored in the very first goal, right? Your very first goal against Go Ahead Eagles when you first came back.
Two goals,
yep.
my first game, After a few days later, against Milan, I scored.
How important is it as a foreigner going there and trying to win the trust? Because for us locals, when a foreigner come into our, we say, we got to give him a hard time. That kind of mentality, right? So how was it? How difficult was it?
Well, it was very tough, playing and training with them, because they are very, very aggressive.
Right.
Everybody wanting to be in the first starting 11.
Okay.
So in training, also like war, you tackle each other. I got kicked. I tell you, in the winter, we're wearing heavy jacket, training on the sand.
Right.
So I got kicked 50-50 with a 6 start on my face and bleeding. My coach say, hey, you go inside now. Go have a stitch or just pay something. Go and see the physiotherapy. So I just ran and then play again. And then one incident, we were playing in a cup game. My friend got a big scar here, cut. On the sideline, they stitch and play again. So I see show the character of the players. They determine. So that's why you learn a lot from them. And it's very tough, because I just came back from I came from Singapore, where we had just completed our Ramadan. So I don't train well, and don't eat well. So I was training very well the first month. I was playing, scoring goals in friendly game. But after the 6 weeks, I got this problem. Until today, there's a big lump.
Quads,
Yeah,
the
quadricep. Torn quadricep. At least 2 months. You cannot exert yourself.
Right.
So I was disappointed. I was training on my own. In the evening, I come, I just do jogging. But most times, I'm in the physiotherapist, or I go to do strengthening.
Okay.
So that's why when I was there, I was much bigger, stronger, because every week I have to do 3 power training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was very determined. In October, I was ready. I say I want to play. Then I am confident I always keep it in my heart that I know I can do something.
That goal against Walter Zenga, Inter.
Yeah.
One of the I think at that time he was already the top Italian goalkeepers, right? What was the feeling like?
Wow, on top of the world. Because you know why? Even though the shot wasn't the hardest shot, but I knew I had that feeling, and I had a feeling, because when Adri van Tegren brought the ball forward and played to McDonald, I I like to spin because I anticipate the ball will drop on the left side.
Right.
So I quickly went, and when the two clashes, I think I can't remember who, Kolovati and McDonald.
Right.
So I saw the ball gonna drop on the left side. I went and I took a shot, and the keeper, he's tall,
Right.
so I need to hit it low.
Yes.
Even though it's
Yes.
not hard shot,
Right.
it's difficult for him to go down and bend.
Right.
So the ball went.
Right.
Oh man,
A goal is a goal, man.
It's good.
A goal
it's
is a goal.
Yeah.
Now, before Groningen, you actually promised KL. You
Yeah.
promised KL because you were
Yeah.
supposed to go to KL, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Groningen came,
Yeah.
and then you promised them, right?
Yeah.
And you honored that deal.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the measure of you, because is your word the final thing? Because
Yes.
in this day and age of signing contracts,
Yeah.
people can just run away, you know.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, it's is your word
Yeah.
that is
It's
your word
very
final?
important until today. I feel bad if I don't fulfill my words, what I have said, I promise. So unless something happen.
Yep.
Because I remember I had a signing fee of 25,000. 25,000 is huge our time,
Yep,
you know.
yep.
So I had to fly back to KL and then give it back to
Okay.
Tan Sri, and I promised it, Tan Sri.
Was it a check or what?
And but he
Or is it cash? Or
No,
check?
cash.
Cash.
Last time no, don't play check.
Don't pay now.
Okay, now.
So it was amazing for
Right,
me
right.
because the country supported me. Yes, I want you to go. You can improve, and you come back, you can help us.
Yeah,
I say, I promise you. Yeah.
And it's kind of like you know, giving your word and then doing it, and then it's like kind of karma. You know, it's good karma, right? You know, later on in life, people will help you out. You know, I feel that way anyway.
That's why the humble won't stumble. Even though you fumble sometimes, stumble, there is people always, you know,
Right,
care
right.
and try to
Yeah.
help you. Yeah.
Nice. Love. Let's talk about love. Right? That first call to Wendy.
Yeah.
That first call, remember? Now, it took courage because, you know, okay,
Yeah.
the story goes again, just I will summarize for you guys, right? He went to a wedding. He met Wendy there, who was
Yeah.
also there for the wedding, saw her, liked her, and then tried to get her number, couldn't, and then finally got the number.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just summarizing it. to you,
Yeah.
right? And then you did call her. It took
Yeah.
courage because
Yeah.
it's just like seeing somebody.
Yeah,
in the
you don't know anybody, correct?
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. But
What?
when I saw her, I said, wow, this could be the girl, I said. But after not rejected, after I heard from this weekend telling, hey, don't waste time lah. She's going back. I said, going back where? Going back already. She's not from here. She's not local lah. Oh. Then
Right.
I already, okay, I actually out of my mind
right,
already.
right.
And I told you the story that,
Yes.
you know, my son Abbas was staying with me. We went to Jalan Kayu, buy food packet, and then put the newspaper on the floor. We just eating. That's when I saw her again.
That is fate, man.
Yes, it is.
That's why I said, hey, Abbas, this one, this is it. Why? Because yesterday I forgot everything already. Now today, the fella come back again in front of me.
Right.
I was shocked. So that's why I keep chasing.
So we fast forward a bit, okay? There was romance and all, right? And then the dates and then whatever, right? There was a proposal, right? There was a
Yeah.
proposal before she left.
Yes.
Were you confident she would say yes? Because she didn't say yes.
Yeah,
She said she'll go back and then...
You know where it was, right?
Yeah.
I drove a car
Yes,
to
yes.
Newton,
Newton.
just opposite the community. There's a fire hydrant.
Yes,
Down
yes.
there, I stopped. I don't know how I stopped. I said, since you are going back, and then I might not see. I just want to ask. I just went out 2 months.
Yes.
I proposed to her,
Right.
but she never said yes or no.
Wait. Okay, this is a good thing, right? When you propose, right? You only 2 months, like you said.
Yeah.
But you really knew.
Yeah, I got feeling this is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do you think that she'll say yes?
I'm not sure because you know when you go back to your country, sometimes you tend
Yes,
to forget
true.
everything.
And young as well.
Yeah.
Right?
She was what?
Yeah,
19.
19.
19 or 20?
Right.
Yeah, 19. I was 12 years older.
Wow. And the birthday surprise. That's when she said yes,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Tell us the story. That is, I tell you what, that is romantic, man.
Yes.
Right?
Long distance, huh?
Yeah, long distance and
So
yeah.
I called her mom. I asked for before they left. I asked number lah. So I knew that the birthday is on the 20th. So they say the mom very supportive. Say because because before I knew anything, she already said, when I first time dated her, we went to makan, outside. Then she told the mom, this is the man I'm going to get
Wow,
married.
you won the mom's heart first. That's the trick, right?
No, actually, before that, myself and Abbas. So, because I talked to her before she went back.
Yeah.
So, before the proposal, I already told her, you're going back, after 2 months, I hope that you think your parents will allow you to convert to Muslim.
Yeah.
So I said, Abbas, that time we all crew cut after the Malaysian Cup. We promised to botak, right? So I said, no, I go must see. I said, you speak to my father or my mother. I said, no, I go speak to your father now. Abbas, let's go. I went to Tuas, the office there. I went there, daring, like cowboy going. Talk. So I talked to the father. Mr. Jacobs, your daughter is going back. We had a thing going. I said, so now I want to propose. Will you allow if she agrees that she can convert to Muslim? She said, it's up to her. Wow, my heart opened. So I went back. That's right. After that, then I can propose to her.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the birthday surprise there was a flight ticket in there as well.
Yeah.
You were so confident,
I'm
or you were just
confident
anyhow?
I just confident lah. I mean,
Wow.
I believe there's no more rejection. I was confident.
Lovely.
I was confident. That's why I said, Mommy, I'm going to send this. I tell the mom. And then she said, okay, you call and then pass flowers, Then she saw got ticket. Oh, then she replied, yes, I'm coming back.
Nice. Wonderful story, man.
Yeah.
Durga, tragedy struck.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
and it's personal, but it's in the book, right? So we might as well speak a little bit about that. Was it difficult for you writing this bit, especially
Yes,
this bit?
yes.
This one was,
especially since I've met Wendy,
Right.
and she's a strong
Yeah.
person, and it was tough. But from that, like what you shared, there's always a
Right.
positive to it.
Yes.
And I realized both of them, are such good role models actually to
Right.
see, whatever challenges you have as a couple.
Yeah.
And how you can overcome that. So I learned that for myself as well,
Yeah.
my husband as well.
Right,
So no
right.
matter what challenges a
Yes.
couple faces, there's always if
Right.
there's a will, there's a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, Fandi, I was reading this part again. The things that you hear outside before reading this book,
Yeah.
because we all heard that Wendy was sick
Yeah.
from outside, right? Nobody know what exactly happened and stuff like that. And in this book, it was certain things are very, very difficult to read as well and understand how it could have happened. And your mom-in-law even said that you wouldn't wish it upon your worst enemy to happen to your worst enemy, and that speaks a lot. And I just want to summarize: 2 cardiac arrests, 2 strokes, 2 cardiac arrests, numerous surgeries.
Yeah.
Right? How did you manage to pull through this, Fandi? It's something that it was difficult for me to read, no?
Yeah, it was very tough because I was coaching and then we were on the high, our team. So
Yeah.
it was on my 3rd year. I have another 1 more year to go. So we myself and Kade, we helped the team to get promoted, and then we were doing very well. We make to the semi-final of the Copa Indonesia.
Right.
So I was enjoying life. My family was enjoying life. The kids was in school. So I need to be strong. So I was grateful when that things happened. And the mom and the sister came down.
Okay.
And I must thank Kade and his wife,
Right. Yes.
for being there for us. And that time when they had the cardiac arrest and all. And we had to rush. You can't believe they both are in the van, in the ambulance.
Yeah.
So both of us are in the car. So I had to stop in Jakarta.
In the traffic, right?
I got
Yes,
to move
yes,
because it was very
Wow.
terrible at the moment on the road. So, and I was there because we want to save her, and then we were frustrated with the traffic. But I think that give me the strength is her mom is so strong and always and I was actually amazed with my kids. They are very calm and they never cried and they just patient throughout the incident of happenings there. The kids knew what they're going to do because I told them how to tackle the situation. But it was good. But I think I had this obligation, and it's my wife. I must be there for her every time. So I had to sacrifice my football as well.
Right,
So
right.
somebody after that, Kade took over the team and another assistant. I had to attend. She moved from one hospital to another hospital, and then in the end I spoke to my boss. I have to go back to Singapore, and they agreed, and they're really helpful. Pak Nirwan Bakri. So I was, how I managed to go through, I can't describe.
Because the word you use in the book, right? I feared losing Wendy, but I never verbalized it. Right, because it's so, especially with the kids, right? How do you, how do you speak to them and stuff like that? That is, again, we hope Wendy is well on, recovery. Obviously, it's a long process, but we hope she's well and good. And I want to put you on the spot. After all, how long have you been married, by the way?
26.
26 years, right?
Wow, what a spot!
I'm gonna put you on the spot, right?
Yeah.
If you have something to say to Wendy, anything.
Baby, I'm here for you anytime. I hope that you recover well. I know she's in the hospital now. I'm always there for you, like this morning. And the kids also need you, and we all need you. We love you, and you got a lot of friends who are praying for you. And also Singapore, thank you. I hope speedy recovery. I'll see you later in the evening. Oh, no. I'm going away today. So I'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you so much for that, Fandi. Let's move on to something coaching.
Coaching, okay.
Right? Coaching, right. You are successful to a certain degree as a coach as well, because you know what you did playing and stuff like that, right? And you won the title with SFFC and FA Cup with Lions 12. Right? Do you think you could have won more as a coach?
Sorry?
Do you think you could have won more titles as a coach? Till now, obviously, when you started coaching.
Definitely, but most of my career been coaching and development with the young Lions. So what we did in the early 2000 when I was selected or asked by Radi to come in to support him, and I thought we did very well. In the 3 years I was with Radi, we managed never ever bottom. We always twice we came in third, and for instance, 2006 was the best moment, and we could have won the league, and for whatever reason, it's sensitive reason. So, and we made it to the FA Cup final in Malaysia with the youngsters, and so I think my strength is good, like development for the players as well, and the players respect me. But I believe. In the Warriors' time also we could have won more titles, but that's football. I enjoy, and with under 22 we won the Lion Cup, and I like to develop players and to see them grow. So now I hope that I can help them to move overseas if there's opportunity, like I'm doing this for some players now.
Durga, you wrote this about you quoted Guardiola in the book, right? We are there. As a coach, right? As coaches, we are there, vulnerable, undermined by those who don't play, by the media, by the fans. They all have the same objective, to undermine the manager, right? That was what Guardiola said, and you quoted him, right? Fandi, your critics. How do you handle them?
I just ignore them. I don't listen because it's their opinion. Opinion you must accept. You listen. Sometimes it helps you to be better.
Correct.
Sometimes it really kill you, man.
Do you feel like you want to say something back? Do you feel that? Because I feel that all the time.
No, I mean not all the time, because I know I can control my emotion.
Correct.
In terms of football, I can control. I don't have to listen sometimes. But if the words that they say is damaging something, maybe you should say something. Because sometimes the fans or people, he doesn't know football, they just talk. Recently I got one. Somebody told me about a friend. So my friend who protected me and said, screw the fullback. Because you don't know about football, you talk rubbish, and then it's not nice because you don't know the person. So if you know the person, then you understand. So it's important that, words from people we can't say, can't stop.
Can't control.
He can't control. So we just to accept it and absorb it. But I just listen for a while. I control, I go. I don't. That's why I don't really get involved with all this.
What is the worst thing you've ever heard?
Worst thing?
I don't know, anything. About football.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Rarely. But because as a coach, you're trying to do your best and give your best. The problem is what I heard is, this is annoying me, and I think it will annoy you also. They say, why Fandi always choose his son? I'm not biased just because of my son. if he's good, he will play. If he's not good, he's on
yes.
the bench. But these people don't know football. They just sometimes just want to make you unhappy.
Yeah.
Sometimes jealousy. I don't know why. But if there is better player, I should play with better player. I'm God no. And these people just coming from out of the mosque, just pray and saying this. That I never heard it, but my friend told me, and my friend screwed the fella up.
Well, the reason why the Fandi brothers are playing because they are good. Look at them. It's perfectly clear, right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing to talk about anymore, right? Fandi, what is the one thing that you don't like in your young players in a training pitch? Something that you don't like to see
Young player.
on a training pitch.
Yeah. Young player.
Oh, so many, yeah.
So many, No, I mean the mindset, they need to change. Of course, they learn a lot. But I always tell them, do not make the same mistake. When I say do not play square pass, don't play. They will play again. And, this is a repetition. That means the concentration level is not 100% yet. So we need to develop them further. So do not play square passes. Every time they will play. And then when in tight situation, we say don't dribble. Use the ball. Don't use your energy. So it is simple words,
Right.
Yeah, it's important.
One thing that really it's annoys me is the lack of urgency as well.
Yes. Sometimes when they think they are good enough, they try to take strolling here, down, strolling there.
They're too relaxed.
Yeah,
I
to relax.
feel.
The urgency, the intensity, we're training hard, and then the game, he slow down the game. So, the pace, sometimes. That's why I think we need to improve on that, the intensity of training as well. Yeah.
Right. I think that's very correct. Now, a couple of personal thoughts from you, right? Your kids must be very proud of you, and you must be very proud of your kids as well. I think that's a given, right?
Yeah, I'm proud of them because when they told me when they were 13 and 14 or 15 years old, if one son came to me, they said they want to follow my footsteps, want to be a professional footballer. So I said you must leave sports school because you need to get into an environment where it can enhance your chance to go higher level because our level here is not enough. It's not, say, in Singapore it's not good, but it's not enough to be a professional player. So they say, they agree. But you must have all the 3Ds and the sacrifice. Are you willing? They say, well, that's why I started to ask around and then send them to overseas.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think is missing really? Like is it in terms of character of boys here?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
I think intensity of the game, environment is not good, too much distraction. In our time, maybe not much distraction, and they don't have all the video games, anything games. They're all outdoor. And why we are so fit before without proper fitness coaches, without equipment, without nutrition, every day come roti prata also can. So we play all kind of sports.
Right.
And on our time we play different sport. We climb the trees. It's all muscle building. People say it's dangerous, but for us, our time carefree, no fear. Even lightning we still play.
True.
But after many years we realize, wow. We could have been struck before.
Correct. We were lucky.
You were lucky. Yeah.
Durga, how are the kids? You met them so many times, and how are they?
Very sweet, very professional.
Yeah.
I think one thing that really stood out for me is that because I shadowed them as well to learn more about them, so I would follow them for events and things, and they are very professional and they always are very respectful, and I think they definitely get that from Wendy and Fandi as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most important things ever, right? Like the respect from kids as well, because they can be like A-star students, but if their character and I think that's one of the most important things. If put you on the spot again, right?
Yeah.
If you have one word to describe each of your kid, what would it be? We start off with the eldest, Irfan. One word.
He's a silent killer.
Silent killer, good. Who's the next one? Iksan?
Iksan. Is what you call that? Happy go lucky. Happy go lucky. Yeah.
Who's the third one? Iman.
Iman, very professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
very professional, and she knows what she wants. And she quietly did the music on her own. We don't know. She locked the door, and then suddenly she took the psychology course degree. She got the degree. Now she likes teaching and also counseling.
I did one episode with her, and I got that thing from her. She's very she's a go-getter. Who's the next one? Ilhan.
Very happy, mischievous person.
He looks like it.
He very mischievous, but he very friendly also.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one.
Irian. Irian, very determined, but he's very quiet and he's a bit dyslexic, but he's getting better.
Right.
But he, at the moment, he lacks that confidence, but he will have that because
how
now
old is he, by the way?
He's going 16, but he's getting better now. His aim is to be a footballer. He used to be a rugby player because the brothers actually motivated him that he wants to follow to be a footballer. Hopefully, and he's the only left footer. In
Really?
the family.
Nice.
Yeah.
We wish them all the best as well.
Thank you very much.
Fandi, your friends, right? How important are your closest friends? Because your closest friends are let me try. Malik, Kade, Abbas, and then a few others which I don't know. Maybe in the book there is, right?
Yeah.
How important are they? Because they always close. And Adrian as well.
Yes.
Let's not forget Adrian. A shout out to Adrian if you are listening in. I think you've been great for the family. So how important are your?
I have a number. Countable lah,
which is good.
It's good, small, but always there for me, and then we help each other, and I have other friends who are always with me also, but these are very tight one, especially Adrian. Yunus, you forgot about Yunus.
Yes.
You know Yunus, right?
Yes.
So and there are a few others that I didn't mention also, because I think if you know me, I don't really talk so much or tell stories. I always
you should.
I will like a joke, yes, but
yes.
like real story, what's happening in my life. Now you can see in the book, I never really tell the stories, and I like to keep it to myself. I don't want to burden others.
Okay.
So unless I cannot, I handle it.
It could be dangerous as well,
Yes,
true.
true.
Keeping it inside all the time, it could be dangerous.
True,
as well.
it's true. Yeah.
Nice.
But
what do you have to say to Adrian?
Anything? I call him Master.
Yeah?
Adrian the Master.
Really?
Yeah, he is fun, he is very helpful, and he takes care of the family.
Yeah.
He's not only a PA, but he's a friend, he's my brother. Every year we have Hari Raya, we will line up with the baju kurung Melayu, So
Don't know why you're laughing.
Yeah, we used to stand from the smallest to the. He was not the smallest. We were youngest. We got the youngest, and I was one of the tallest at the back.
Right.
Now we all are coming to the front. So we should have sent you the photos. It didn't go every year. So every year we became shorter and shorter. I don't know whether we short or they go taller.
Oh, that's funny, man. So he reverse.
Reverse. So we laugh sometimes. But Adrian is a guy. He's helpful and he cares for the family, And knowing that he's not even a Malay or Muslim, but he behaved like one. So I really cherish his, friendship and for the family. Yeah.
At your peak, do you think you were the best in Southeast Asia?
I don't know.
At your peak,
I don't judge myself to be the best. I let people judge. Yeah. So.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't want to commit yourself, right? Headers.
Oh yeah.
Headers.
I can be the best header in Asia.
Really?
In Asia, on the Southeast Asia or Asia, I'm not sure.
I wanted to ask you this. What is your secret? Okay, forget about the nudge. I know. We all know, right?
Yeah.
We all know, but we tend to... But what is your
timing,
secret?
The timing, and I think I have a good leap, a good explosive. I can jump. I'm not the tallest, but even in Europe also I jump. So
you beat the European defenders as well,
Yeah, timing is important, and there's a technique. There's maybe not a trick, because when you jump together, I will jump first, and if the guy is here, I always put my elbow on the shoulder so they cannot go up, so I can go higher. But if you watch my last goal for international goal against Indonesia semi-final SEA Games in 97, top of the box there, I went up and this guy tried him, and the crosser, our famous Hairi swap, from the right side. I went up, we were down, and I went up and boom, top corner and silence, 100,000 of Jakarta.
But now, right?
Yeah.
It could be a foul, right? the hands going up.
No, you see, hands, because I went up like this.
Right.
I'm not pushing.
Oh,
but
you're not pushing on him. Yep.
He came
Come.
up. So it was I
Oh,
blocked
okay,
lah.
okay,
so
okay.
so if you watch a lot of his arm like that. But now it's not foul. Maybe the players never tried or never did.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting. Heard you like playing cards.
Which cards? Uno.
Whatever cards, right?
Whatever
I heard you like
Oh,
playing cards.
yeah.
Not only from in the book, no.
Yeah.
I heard from players, from
yeah,
experience, right?
yeah.
I also heard like you are a cheater at cards
No, I'm a cheater. They are stupid.
because they got tricked.
They trick. I didn't trick. They got 52 cards. They count. They say I cheat, but the card is still there. How? So who cheat? They are stupid. So what you did? Sometimes we play. So for me it's just for fun. I play for fun and enjoy the thing.
Right.
But they play. But you know why? My strength is my psychology. People don't realize me. Even though I'm not well educated, but my psychology always convinced it's an honest game.
So you're not going to reveal one of your secrets of cheating.
There's one.
Okay.
One thing, this one.
Okay.
So like we play cards like you know me, yeah. So we always play like you lose, you do.
Okay.
Rarely we play money lah.
Right.
Sometimes we play
Right.
do. So sometimes I got 4 cards. I just wipe it with my saliva and start together. And so they
Okay.
fun lah.
Now we know.
So now we know the people who's watching this and listening to this will know what the trick is. Well done. Okay, this is something I wanted to ask you, right? LCS right now, what are your thoughts on them?
I mean, they are the best team. With
Yeah.
the money they have, they got the best players. And I hope there are few more teams coming in with big bosses behind them.
We should, right?
Because if not, I don't think we will get far.
Yeah, we should, right?
Yeah, we should get some more people with like, what's his name? Forrest.
Forrest, yeah.
To help the growth of football. Because now I think I can see that slowly but surely people are coming back to the sport after COVID. And I think a lot of the new generation, they love football.
Yeah.
You know, you can see when Sailors play, there's a lot of fans coming.
Right.
And I hope that even Albirex now, the fans been a lot. They open up the front,
True.
the gallery side. So I think we need more big businessmen to come in. If not, it's going to be difficult.
I put you on the spot again.
Yeah, sport.
LCS
Ah.
right now. If this same team,
Yeah.
if they play the Geylang of 96 or SFFC of 97, 98, who would win?
Of course, Geylang.
Yeah?
Yeah. We have too much experience. And we are the oldest team that won the league.
Yeah.
100 over years at the back. You see, the back four all 100 over years. The strikers 100 over years. But still we won.
No, but quality-wise. Yeah?
Quality.
Yeah?
Yeah. They have youngsters.
Yeah.
But we are the oldies.
Right.
Experience.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But you know why? Because we got Sudyat, the hammer.
Yeah.
This guy on the left, just for the sake of fun,
yeah.
What's his name? The wing?
Who?
What's the winger? Lion City Sailors?
Lion City Sailors.
The winger. The French guy or Belgian
Lestienne.
guy? He will finish in 5 minutes. I'm not kidding. It's serious. Sudyat, serious. Kill him first.
Mike, if you were listening.
Mike, you steal the hammer, man.
No, I think it's the experience part, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have Kapoor.
Wow. Okay.
We have Razali. We have, who is that? The New Zealand guy. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't remember
Right,
all.
right.
And I mean, Asili, the lungs.
Wow.
The lungs, he run all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LCS, if you're listening, I'm very sorry, but this is just for fun and we're talking about it. But yeah, I also, because you know why I asked you this question, because over the past couple of weeks and all, we were talking about LCS and the good and all.
Yeah.
I was also thinking about the days when when Warriors and
If you notice, the foreigners of all other teams in our days, 96, 97, until were all high class.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
But these people are professional now.
Yeah.
But not the local players.
Yeah. I think
We are much better than them.
I think that's
I tell you,
I think
I've
that's-
said that. This is the first time I say openly.
Yeah. Can you
never
repeat
seen-
what you just said? Yeah.
We are better than them.
Yeah.
Especially the local players. Foreigners at the time was the best. All the foreigners that came to Singapore was good quality.
Yes.
Yeah, not now.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true. I totally agree with you. Well, it's time to go, Fandi. But before we go, any advice for young players coming up right now in the Young Lion Sports School, wherever?
Yeah.
What is your advice to them?
Follow your dream, and important you must have 3Ds and willing to sacrifice. Because if you are afraid to meeting challenges, you achieve nothing. Because you think you are a good player, it's not enough.
Yeah.
You must have the will. It's not always about the skill. Yeah, it's important for you to work harder, even though you have that, but you must be humble.
Durga, final thoughts from you about the book, about Fandi, the man, and anything in general.
Right. So I just want to say that it's been an amazing journey. Tomorrow will be 1 month since we launched the book.
Yes, 1 month anniversary.
20 years. So it's been an amazing journey, and I really am so grateful to Fandi for, I think, to let someone tell your story, that in itself is very courageous. And like what Fandi shared, this book is not just for athletes, it's for anyone who has a dream and they want to turn it into reality, basically, ambition and reality. So yeah.
Nicely put. That is Durga, the author of this book. It's called Fandi, Honor and Sacrifice. Please go and get it. It's popular. I got it from Popular anyway. It's online as well.
Online is on fundibook.com,
Right.
as well as all the leading bookstores.
Right. Please go and get it. Fandi will sign this, especially for me after this as well. Again, a very big thank you, Fandi. Good health and always.
Thank you.
To the family as well, and hope the boys do well. The girl Iman is doing well right now, so good luck with that as well.
Thank you.
This has been episode number 72 of the Silverfox Hustle podcast. I'm my host Shasi, and please follow us, and we are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube as well. Till the next episode, the hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle. Cheers.
All right.